All right, this is a video to explain everything that's required to open up the church on Sunday morning. Um, of course, you've already entered in the building, already have come into the sanctuary, and I make it a habit to come here and turn on the top switch and the bottom switch. That gives us our lighting here on this side. I typically open this door and turn on this light. That's access to the drum cage. The air conditioning is set to automatically come on, and we set it to 55. This app basically air conditions the drum cage. That's especially necessary in the summer. Come over here, the one that says I platform, we turn that light on. You have to watch your step. Coming back in here in the darkness, and there's a step down. And then right here is a light standard. You turn on this switch here, it'll typically blink. Then there's a dial right here above the middle. Move it to the right a little bit, spin it clockwise, and then just tap on the bar until it rotates to blue, and then take this dial back counterclockwise. And then see, you can bang on it and it won't move. That eliminates the sound sensitivity. Then over here, there is an extension cord and a cord that goes up to this light standard right above the drum cage. Plug that in. It used to be on a switch, but the switch quit functioning. So we're back to extension cord. Then you have to come up here. There's a ladder. I'm standing on a step ladder. And then you slide over this light standard so you can reach right over here where it says PUS, and there should be an H there. And then in the middle is this adjustment. You move it clockwise, it makes it sensitive, and you bang on it. It's blue. Rotate the knob back. That knob over here, just left of this light, and you turn it back counterclockwise. Look. Then you can tap it, doesn't change it. Then you can slide the light standard back in where it's, and now we have, voila, the blue lighting for the cross. This is not a Blue Cross Blue Shield commercial. Ha. Okay. Now, this will automatically be on because it's left on when the computer is booted up. So now we want to go back and handle that. I've been in here for prayer, so it's already been somewhat opened up. Turn on all 4 light switches and make sure that this adjustable dimmer is up. Full. That gives us full sanctuary lighting. Okay. Now when I come in first thing, I leave the lights out. I make sure that my 7 electronic candles are on, and I like to pray in the somewhat darkness, and I usually have the sound and everything set up. But this is already on, but the power switch is down at this left-hand corner. There's a round button you push in, and it's powers up this screen. The login on this computer, on the iMac, is simply the space bar one time and return. That is the login. Space is the login. It's not just the final frontier. Then we have a lighting strip that you can plug in here, and that helps to light things up. Over here is a power switch strip, and it runs this power pack, which powers this splitter, which is necessary to be able to project everything from here up on the screens. And so that's what allows that signal to go up and be split off of this computer and go to all the projectors and this back screen. So make sure this is on. Okay. Then right here, mounted over here in the upper right hand corner of this unit is a power button. You press and hold that until you see this HD video capture. Right here at the lower right hand corner is a power button. I like to leave this computer on. I'm powering up the screen. This is a video capture splitter that sends out HDMI signal. So whatever you see here on this computer screen is what goes out here. This is what feeds the video signal to the lobby TVs, and there's 8 different TVs in the facility that take this information. Okay. Then you click and it brings up a sign in. And the sign in is actually on a piece of paper right here, this pink piece of paper, 4024 lowercase DAKOTA, and that's what you put in here. That signs in. Now, while that's booting up, we want to look over here, and right here on this shelf underneath, on the right end of this, it says CCTV system power, right there on the right hand side. You want to switch that on. That takes the signal from this unit and sends it out to all the TVs. This unit is what creates an extended desktop for this computer and allows it to communicate. Typically you'll get Microsoft Teams or something to come up, and Adobe Creative Cloud. Just ignore those. Now in PowerPoint, if it's not already up, down here on the taskbar is the PowerPoint, but we typically leave it up because we use it every Sunday. This allows the announcements to go out over the TVs. So we go in here and open, click on File, and look in the list for today's date. Typically this is Sunday, 8/16/2020 announcements. Matt has done his job and put that in the OneDrive. So now it's opening. Okay, now we have the PowerPoint ready to run. One other thing you want to do is come down here and go to Google Chrome, click on it. We want to open up a browser. It'll always be maximized. So I come up here first thing and restore down so it's workable. And then I click on Facebook, and you'll see that it says visionchurchag.gmail.com, and it has the password and everything. All you have to do is log in. And then you want to go right here and you want to go to Vision Church. We're going to have it staged now. It's ready and waiting for when we start the broadcast. We can pick up the broadcast by way of the internet and put it over the TVs. But until we do so, we choose to run our announcements. The announcements run until the broadcast starts. So we go to the announcements PowerPoint. We have it ready to run. We say slideshow from beginning. So we click slideshow right there, slideshow from beginning. Boom. Now it's going to run the slideshow, and we know that it's capable of going out to the TVs because it's on this unit. If this unit's not turned on, it won't go out, make it out to the TVs. So this unit has to be turned on. so that this computer right here knows. And by the way, we leave this on. For some reason it's been powered off or there's been a power failure. That button that's white will have to be pushed, and then it'll boot up the computer and you'll be able to log in on this screen using this mouse and this keyboard. So with this on, this takes whatever's here on this screen, it's duplicated. The screen is not extended, it's duplicated over to here, which then goes over to the TVs outside. Okay, so that is the video part. Now, once you have that going, we want to make sure that it's on, that the computer's up, but don't open ProPresenter yet. Just let the basic screen be here. I happen to have YouTube playing, and that's fine, but you'll otherwise have this screen that says, "For I know the plans I have for you." That's the basic home screen. Now, pick up the projector remote. Upper left-hand corner is the on button, and point it at the back of that projector over there, and the back of that projector over there. Sometimes if you split the difference, both of them will pick up the on impulse and will work simultaneously for both projectors. Doesn't hurt to hit the button a couple times. On is on. Now, I can see it, I barely can see it on this video, that they have both come on, because it says Optoma, O-P-T-O-M-A. That's the startup splash screen for the projector. So as that's coming up, then it'll turn to a blue screen, and then if we'll watch, I'll back up here, and this screen in front of me may flash make sure this is on. This isn't on. Here's a case in point. This is on, then the splitter's on. If the splitter's on, there it goes. I think we got a flash. And there. This is now visible up there because this power strip was on and this splitter is working. If this splitter is working, and I'll come out in front, then we have success. Now once that flashes and these come up, we're good. Then you can take this remote that's laying up here, and this is for this TV back here, the Philips on the back wall. And now we can turn that on, and we might get another flash on this screen. When this computer is making adjustments through its video card, it's not uncommon to maybe get a little bit of a screen flash while it's doing that. It may have already accomplished it, and it did. And so now we have the screen at the back, which is visible from the platform. They can see exactly what's up there. It's that, so that takes care of the video. In fact, I'm going to continue with the stream of consciousness of the video. And we're going to come in here turn on the light in here, and then right here, typically at this plant, is a remote. And that remote works, all of the TVs are the same brand. And typically when you turn on one of these TVs, the other one picks up the signal. It bounces off the screen or bounces off the, and both of them come up. Now notice, they're properly set up, so they're running the announcements. And if I turn up the volume, you can hear the soundtrack. We don't want it to be too loud because it competes with the sound from in here in the sanctuary. And turn on this one. la. We want this to be all the way down, so. Okay. These three leftmost switches are on. This one's the fan. We never run it. It's a noisy, troublesome thing. Turn on some lights in here. There's a light switch here. Light switch there. Hallway. First three switches of the ladies' room. In the winter time, that switch comes on because that's a wall heater, and then it can be adjusted right here. Make sure the trash can's not in front of it. In the summertime, we come over here and turn on the AC unit. Same thing in the men's room. Come in here. In the winter time, behind this door is a little heater that gets plugged in and turned on. In the summertime, turn on the AC. It's always a good thing to check, make sure this freshener is loaded and working. If not, the freshener is down there in that closet. On the right hand side on the shelf, there's new freshener cans that can go in that dispenser. Okay. So notice we have the screens on, we have the candles on at the front, we have all the lights on in the sanctuary, and the blue lighting for the backdrop. Now, the computer for running ProPresenter, computer for running the announcements and the service, streaming the service from off of YouTube or off of Facebook onto the TVs throughout the building. There's, by the way, a 20 to 30 second gap between live and what is streamed because of the way they manage it and censor it. Okay, so now we have the soundboard. The procedure for turning on the soundboard is we have back here, right by this bundle of wires, we have the stage brain and we have the main speakers. And so this is a Wi-Fi, not a Wi-Fi, but over a certain frequency, this is tuned to two remote plugs that supply power to the main speakers. Each speaker is on its own plug, but they're unified and connected wirelessly to this. And so push on, and what you need to do is make sure, I always hit it a couple times and hold it. It doesn't hurt to keep hitting it. It doesn't cycle it off. And because you have to hit the bottom part for it to be off. And then up here is the stage brain. Turn it on, push it on. And that is back. The brain is actually in that wall, but it's plugged in that back room. And that's where the remote, and it reaches. It reaches, does a good job. So then up under here on the right hand side, you see that green light on that bar to the right, there is a switch that controls all the power to this board and to the CD player that still is remaining vestiges of our old sound system. When you turn that on, this board will cycle through and come on. And that brings up the sound system. The X32 is powered up here by this switch under here, and the speakers, main speakers, are powered on here, and the stage brain is powered on here. These all need to be turned on in order to have sound. So you'll be able to hear it. So that is how to bring up the sound system, the broadcast system for the announcements and YouTube, and how to prepare the video system for the morning's duties. And as you can see, to properly illuminate and open the sanctuary. The only other things to do is to open the rest of the building. Which involves taking this key on the inside of the utility closet, pushing in this crash bar, turning it to the right. Now it is unlocked. And then we repeat the same thing on the crash bar facing the back parking lot. We're open. Now the doors are open. Before you return this key back there, use the same key that you used to gain entrance to the building. Make sure that this door is unlocked and that these things right here are turned up and this one down. Then this door is released. This nursery may need to be used, and those that are watching the nursery have an opportunity to catch the broadcast. We turn that TV on. Two light switches in this room. See? Light switch here, TV here. It's just a good idea to turn these on. It gives the idea that we're open, ready, and expecting something. We're prepared. Final steps. In here, just inside the hall, turn that on. Illuminates the side hall coming up by the office. If you happen to have the office key. We open this office. We open this door. Come into this room, turn the lights on, open this door wide so that the prayer team can be in here before the start of service. Turn on some lights so it's inviting. And then grab the one that says Hisense Roku TV. turn on this TV, and you'll notice that it says VCAG CCTV. It gives you a preview. Point that at the TV and select OK on this. It says OK. There. What we do is we leave the volume down, so we just let this run, even through prayer. Come back here in the office. Notice there's a TV in here. So when people are in here counting the offering or handling anything, turn that on. There we go. We can consider that being open.